I don't know if people can hear me, but it matters not. I just feel like talking a little bit. And I'm going to say probably some silly things. It may be a little bit malicious, but I'm going to say it. I think a lot of people are weird, man. First time, I may be weird, but I think a lot of you are weirdos. I must admit that. When I listen to people, I am always perplexed by the way that they think. I'm so perplexed by the speeches and the monologues and the diatribes I hear people giving vehemently that it just blows me away. I'm like, what's going on with you? I don't understand. I don't understand where you're coming from. I don't understand how you think. And I want to. So I'm always listening to people. The conjectures that people make, the way that they piece things together, it blows me away. So I just want to talk about it. Sometimes, like I'm scratching my head. Like, okay, everybody does they do panels, and I want to get into conversation with panels, but they start to become argumentative because your belief is better than my belief. You know more than I. Okay, I may have studied something for 30 years of my life. But even studying something for 30 years of my life, I could still be wrong. But so many people can look at something for 1 second and now they know more than you. It blows me away. I don't get it. I will never get it. I don't understand. And I can't motivate you to turn off the I guess I'm going to call it testosterone. You turn it on and you turn it off, right? I don't understand. So sometimes when I interact with people, like I'm doing right now, I just find the way that people think to be funny. I don't know where you're coming from. And I want to get into good conversations with you. I want to absorb the information that you have to give. And then I want to give back what I have to give. So a lot of times, I want to have dialogue. I want to hop on other people's panels. However, they're not going to want to talk about what I want to talk about. So I'm going to go do my own thing, talking about what I talk about, which is how Charles thinks or how Charles feels about whatever I feel about whatever I'm feeling. And at this time, I feel great, like I always do. This is what I'm going to say. Unlike most people, I really don't understand YouTube. This is like people say, oh, you're grinding so hard. You're working so hard. I am not grinding. I am not even working. This is just fun for me. I can let my mouth run all day and talk about all type of stuff. However, I always want to have a point to whatever I'm speaking. So it's hard for me to speak if I'm not making a point, like I'm making a point now. My point is I think a lot of you are weird. I may be weird, but when I hear some people speak and they speak so in the way their presentation is to me, they speak as if they're being logical, as if they're rational. And I'm thinking, dude, you're strange. You're a strange, weird person. And maybe all civilization is strange. Maybe all society is strange. You got some people that have never used a toilet in their life, and using the toilet would be strange to them. You got people who have never used toilet paper, and you using toilet paper would be strange to them. You got people who have 5 wives or 2 husbands. They do have societies on this earth like that. And to the people who don't participate in those type of activities, you're strange. So maybe we're all weird. However, what I think is really weird is when people don't understand that people think differently. And you will never know what the next person is thinking. You can't read my mind. I bet you. What am I thinking? You don't know. You don't know what I'm thinking, but you think you know what I'm thinking. So that dude, Charles, man, I'm going to tell you this, man. I think about life so much. And when it comes to being happy, I'm extremely successful. Now, when it comes to being a billionaire, I'm unsuccessful. But when it comes to feeling great about who I am and loving myself, I'm great. So the reason I bring all that up is success is subjective. The person who seems to be wise is also subjective. Me, I'm extremely ignorant, meaning I know I don't know a lot. So I'm always on the quest to learn more. And I'm never going to act like I'm more wise than you. I don't care how much experience I've had with stuff. There's always somebody with more experience, and there's always somebody who can just have a natural talent for something. So it doesn't matter how much experience you have, they can still be better than you. We can talk about Macross / Robotech. I don't know what version of the anime show, if anybody's watched it, but there was a pilot named Max Sterling, and Max Sterling, as soon as he got in the fighter of the Veritech, or what we want to call it, he was better than people that have been there for 10 years because he was just a natural. And that's what I don't understand. So when I get into conversations with people, because it happens all the time, people, sometimes it turns into arguments, but I don't think people really know that I'm a natural. So I don't get emotional, really. I can get irritated because I'm human. I can get perplexed, but I'm always pretty much oblivious to whatever malicious or slanderous thing that you have to say to me. And this is, you call me all type of names. You can try to attack what you think. It matters not. You can call me anything. I will never get offended by any. You call me a drug user. You can call me Anything you think. You can say you heterosexual, you homosexual, you call me any name you want. I promise you, I'm not going to get offended. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You can talk about anything to me. Now, what I don't like, so I'm going to let you know how you can push my buttons, is overtalk me. What I mean is, if you want to speak, I'll be quiet. So you can get your whole thoughts out. Then I want you to give me that same reciprocity. You speak and finish, then I'll speak and I'll finish. I'm with that. I'm just not with people. I see a lot of things bother me, but it's not what people think. When people say, I didn't mean to interrupt you, you did. Stop saying you didn't mean to interrupt me. Say, pardon the interruption, or let me interrupt you for a second because I need to say what I need to say so you can continue, because if you don't, then you'll lose where I'm going with my question. I love that. So I think that's what my biggest pet peeve, if anybody wants to know me, is the way that people communicate, the way that you let the words flow out of your mouth. People speak so much without thinking about what they're saying. Think about what you're saying when you speak. It would be so much better if you thought about exactly what you're saying. So some people, we use so many things. Okay, this is what it is. So many people just flow off of habit, but they don't think about the meaning of the phrases or the words that they use. And me, I'm kind of a deep person. So when you say something to me, if it doesn't make sense, I'm going to say, why did you say that? Like, but it's habit. It's the pattern you've been taught how to speak. So you speak like that. Like I've always tried to tell people, stop saying that you want your cake and you want to eat it too. And then I got to say back to you, why the hell would I not want to eat my cake? Does that not make any sense? So you're telling me that because I want my cake and I want to eat it too, that doesn't make sense to you? Of course, I want my pizza and I want to eat it too. I want my car and I want to drive it too. Does that not make sense to you? Are you all idiots, or am I the weird one? Because I say, damn, it's stupid. Why are people saying such a dumbass statement? It's dumb, you idiot. It's dumb. I'm not an idiot. Well, why don't you think about what you're saying before you say it? Because I'm going to get my cake and I'm going to get a fork and a knife and I'm going to eat it too. Do you get what I'm saying? But most of you guys don't get it, or girls, or whatever you try to call yourself. I'm telling you, I just feel like flowing for a minute because a lot of things I just don't get. I'm perplexed. That's why I'm laughing all the time. I'm not angry. It's funny. It's funny that, man, pull your pants up. Dude, maybe he want to pull his pants down. That makes him feel good. Society, what we call appropriate, I want to say validates, but it varies. It changes, it flows, So what could be good today may be bad tomorrow. Think about it. If you go back and study history, you had a certain group of men that wore makeup all the time in wigs and stuff. Now a man wear a wig is funny. You know what I mean? Man wear makeup, you can make fun of him. Back you go to Scotland, dudes were wearing kilts. Now a man wear a dress. He's not masculine. Seeing Braveheart, Mel Gibson was chopping dudes' heads off. You watch Jedi wore robes. Now you go down the street in a robe. I'm telling you that some of the stuff that we think about is all good for you wear a bikini at the beach, but you come to your front door in your bra and panties. You tell me the difference between the bikini and bra and panties. Now you're offended. I'm telling you, the way that we think is so crazy because we're being so programmed. Well, this is right and this is wrong. I tell people, you got no problem eating cow. Eat a cow all day. But I tell you, this is cat. Ugh, I don't want to eat cat. Some people keep pigs as pets, but you don't have a problem eating bacon. But damn it, you're not gonna eat little doggy. You're not gonna do that. So I'm telling you, that's why when I listen to people speak or their thought processes about how other people are, that's a projection. I know how I am. I just know I want to have fun, and I know that life goes on. Life in general is violent because life must consume life to survive. But what we have become as humans, as humanity, what we've been working on is trying to make it much more better for everyone. So now, because of laws and because we rein in our vicious nature, we don't just hold revenge in the streets. I would say justice, but it ain't justice, because justice should be an evening of the scales, but a lot of times is not evening, because if somebody's dead, you're not going to you ever give them justice because they're dead. They don't exist anymore. You can get revenge, but if they don't exist, how can they get justice? There's never going to be justice for somebody who is deceased. But we say these things, and that's what's so silly. Okay, this is what's so crazy to me. I'm gonna just speak about some crazy stuff because I don't understand other people. We are humans, but humans are distinctive. We like to participate in distinction. We like to separate people. It is great, but when we separate people, sometimes we forget that we are all humans, and we all have the same basic needs and desires. Just like you can feel pain, the next person can feel pain. They're not less human than you. They got people that they love and people that they don't love. They got people they care about and people that they don't care about. It's the same. So no one else's life is less valuable than yours. However, the problem is we equate a monetary value to almost all people. And because of their influence on other people, you say they are more impactful to society. You guys would care more about what happened to Elon Musk than you would care about what happened to me. And it doesn't matter how incredible I am. It's the fact that I haven't been exposed to you yet, that you haven't seen me, that we treat people differently. And that's the problem right there. We don't see other humans as humans. I don't care if you go left or right, up or down. I don't care where you've been from. Your humanity, who you are as a person, it never diminishes to me. And that's where I think I get into it with conversations with people, because you always try to invalidate or diminish somebody like you are more important. No, you just may have more exposure, but you're just as important to them. And to a social society setting, maybe because of the way people evaluate you, they may want to give you a higher standing. But the person, truthfully, life is life, bro. And it's all life. You may have a bigger impact. You may be more beneficial because you've been given a chance, but this other person, you may not have found out what their talent or their gift is. And because of it, you're diminishing them. But if you would just give them a chance, you'll find out this person is extremely incredible and they're capable of so much more. So I don't know. Sometimes it's when I just hear people and when I interact with people, I really don't know where they're coming from. I really don't. I wish that I did, but I don't. And even in engaging in dialogue, sometimes I want to hop on to the chats, but most of the conversations in the chats are so silly. They're so not about you, it's about other people. It blows me. I really want to talk about how I feel and what I think. And I tell you what I think about other people, but I always try to keep it in general so that you know that specifically I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just attacking how we as a commune, as we as a group, as we as humanity operate. And I can never understand it. I don't understand people's uh look, it's just their ability to always want to talk about other people except themselves. Hey, Mars Lava, what's up? I'm just having a conversation and thinking about what is important to me and the dialogues I wish that I could have with people. And a lot of times I want to hop on panels, but the panels seem to flow in a different direction than I want to take them. And I can't really lead it all the time. And I don't care how other people speak. People speak how they want to speak. If you choose to be profane and use profanity, if that makes you feel analogous to the group that's around you, you do that. Me, when I interact with people, I choose to use certain words to not let anybody, or hopefully not make people feel ostracized outside the group. So, like, a lot of people really don't know who I am internally. You don't know my thought process. You don't know how I see the world. And I really see the world as I want to love everybody. I don't want people to feel ostracized. Now, different groups of people, different areas, different environments, we all got our own things we're dealing with. And because I wasn't born in Giza, I don't know what it's like for seeing my environment get bombed, or I wasn't raised in war-torn environments, or I wasn't raised where I get harassed by people. So the way I see the world through more of a rose-colored glasses than other people, but some people don't see it like I do. So we diminish other people's humanity. I don't do that. I totally agree with you. People always talk about others, but not themselves. Like Malcolm X said, know thyself and do for self. I agree with that. For me, I think about who I am, where I want to be as an individual all the time. And I will always listen to other people to get their perspectives, because learning about other people helped me learn about myself. However, I'm not trying to tell anyone how they should live. I will say, let me give I will tell people not to hurt other people. So I will say things that people should not do, but it's up to the individual upon what they want to partake into or not. So listen, I don't want to hit anybody in the face. I don't. But if it came to my life and protecting my life, I really care about, or protecting somebody I thought was a victim, then I will be violent. But I never want to have to do violence, but life is violent. It's violence when you pull a leaf and eat it. And that's violence because you have to harm some other life to survive. Life consumes life. We may be a collection of cells, but still we must consume things to be who we are. Just like the bacteria is trying to eat you, you trying to eat some bacteria too. So it's so crazy for me. Like, I always want this is the truth. This is what I'm talking right now. But this is the conversation that I search for on YouTube. I wish I just had conversations with people that could flow. But it's always like I don't mind topics because I can make a topic and talk about it all day. But I want conversations that are just not intellectually boring and understanding. So if you don't agree with me, you say, Charles, this is what I think. I'm about this group of people. I'm all for that. If you say I'm about that, I'm all for that too. We all think differently. I can't make other people see it my way. I'm not, it seems to be the most interesting individual, even though I think I'm extremely interesting. I don't think I'm that interesting to others because so many people really don't want to interact with what I have to say. People, they want to get into the conversations about this, that, there, and the other. And I'm good with that. I can always talk about popular topics. I can always put the Lakers or like I like to play video games, so I do stream them. But even when I'm streaming games, I really want to have interactions. I really want to have conversations with people who are flowing with me because I don't think like most people. I'm just about trying to be the most happy person on this earth. I'm trying to be as free as possible. I'm trying to learn how to make my money work for me. And I'm always focusing on more discipline. And I don't want to bring pain to people. That's not what I'm about. I don't want to bring any pain to anyone. It's just weird to me that so many people have so much hatred and so many issues that they must project it on the world. The only issue I have is people infringing on my peace. I don't want people to, you said, sound like a Buddhist philosophy. This is just the way I think naturally. I don't know. Like a lot of people absorb how they believe from other people. I think I'm a consensus of things that I've seen. Like I like items, but nothing really matters other than my happiness. And things can make me happy, but they can be replaced. Other than life, nothing is important really. I care about other people's lives. Like there's so many things I enjoy. I enjoy playing basketball, so I like to watch it. I like action or heroic movies more than anything. My friend has been getting me to try to watch The Last Kiss, and I think I don't have. It's hard for me to just sit and watch. You got to really engross. You got to really suck me in. And most movies and films don't really suck me in like that, man. I wish that they did. It's like okay, having conversation, I find, especially when people really want to talk to me, give their perspective, I get mine back. I'm with that. However, there's so many other people that when they speak, man, it's always they know more and they want to tell me how wrong I am, dude. First. I may know what I'm talking about, but I can always be corrected, so I can be wrong. But I would rather you say, hey, I don't agree with your statement, and this is what I believe, instead of saying I'm wrong, but it's just a belief. Now, if it's a fact that I'm wrong with the fact, then I'm wrong. But if you believe that all people should have dogs. That's your belief. I don't believe that. That's where you're wrong because a dog will protect you. Well, of course, a gun can protect me. A woman can protect me. A kid can protect me. Anything can protect me. But doesn't mean I have to have a dog. And so that's why when I get into conversation with people, sometimes it becomes conflicting because, dude, you try to tell me how I should think. I'm not telling you how to think. Think the way you want to think. I don't care if you want to eat paper all day. That's on you. I don't care if you feel that you got to get tattoos. I could be totally opposed to tattoos, but if you like it, I love it. As long as you ain't trying to force me to get one because I don't want one. If you want your ear pierced or not, you want your nose pierced or not, you want to put a little tattoo on the lower back and call it a certain name that's going to be derogatory to a group of people, you do that. I don't care what you do. It's hard. I love conversation. I think I'm an extremely uplifting, positive brother, but I can be a troll. I like to mess with people that I know think they're smart, but they're not really. So then I sound really silly, just trying to get you to think logically, throwing your logic at you. Because a lot of times people are trying to sell emotion to make money. They're trying to sell emotion, make you feel a certain way for people to partake in something that's really not beneficial for them. It's kind of like when I'm always studying finance. And I don't know a lot, but I'm always trying to learn. And a lot of people, like I'm telling people right now, a lot of people are not getting rich off the stock market. They're getting rich off of selling you products to teach you how to invest in the stock market because it's a slow growth. It take you a long time. Let's say you invested $500 a month from the age of 25. It might take you to your 60 to make $1 million. So unless you get lucky, you ain't about to get $1 million tomorrow just off the stock market. It can happen, but that would mean you have to know what was going to happen before it happened. And most people can't predict what tomorrow is going to bring. I don't care how much research you do. You can say, I'm an advocate of biotechnology and technology in general. I would always say that innovative technology is going to change the world, and that's where the most profit is. But hey, somebody else may put their money in Bank of America because that's what they believe. Something like so it's always subjective. I always tell people when it comes to finances, put in the stuff that you like. That's all it is. What did you say? Mars says it's not good to force your beliefs upon others. You're right about the stock market. It's unpredictable and a long process. And I'm always trying to tell people that. Listen, for me, for what I have observed, the best way to wealth network and discipline, and hoping you get that right opportunity, because meeting that right person can change your life more than anything else. Meeting somebody who works for Nike, who likes me, who gives me a job, can change my whole life. Running into somebody who thinks I speak well, they say, "Have you heard this guy?" And they listen to me and they say, "This guy right here can change my life faster than me." Like just getting to the okay, let's say you want to get into real estate, but maybe you have bad credit because nobody taught you how to do your credit. Running into that one person that can help you clean up your credit if you know how to do that, and then introduce you to some bank that will give you a loan to buy a house, and now you got cash flow, can change your life more than you studying a million books on your own. So I always say networks are so important. That's why they even talk about YouTube with collaboration. And I would love to collaborate with people, but uh, I don't really see other people on YouTube who talk like I talk, because it's always an agenda behind it. Well, my agenda is just feel great, be happy, don't mess with other people. And I'm a black man first. I'm always say that because that's what people observe and that's what they know. And I'm a black man, and I have black men's trials and tribulations. But I'm never going to diminish other people's humanity for that. And I'll always try to uplift black men. But just because I'm a black man, it doesn't mean I'm against other groups. Man, some of my closest friends are not black, and I got some of the best friends on the planet Earth, and I don't call them and text them all the time, but I love them to death because they're good people. So many people let their I don't want people to talk about. I don't care if you talk about me. I don't give a rat's ass, because my life is going to be mine regardless. You will never live my life, and if you want what I think, I'll tell you and make your own decisions. I got into an argument talking about a marriage for some people, and I always say I'm not opposed to marriage, but I understand why people are cautious. And then they're like, "Well, how can somebody like you who's never been married tell some people about marriage?" I said, "I'm not telling people what to do or not to do. I'm just saying from what I observed from society, read statistics, and let's say I got 5 friends, and 4 of them got divorced, and one is married. I would say, hey, man, from people I know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but I know 4 friends that got divorced, and I'm not opposed to marriage. But then they'll say again, well, what do you know? I'm not saying I know anything. I'm just saying what I've observed. It's like, okay, having that conversation, it's like, dude, I don't need to get shot to be able to tell you I know I don't want to be shot. Well, you ain't been shot. How do you know it hurts? Because I've seen 4 other people get shot. Silly, but it's that's when people try to put their expertise to become more to be more wise and more knowledgeable than you. When I'm just logical and I don't need to cut my hand and know I don't want to get cut. But you listen. A lot of people say, well, you don't know what it's like to be a parent because you never had a kid. But you don't know if I raised my little niece from 2 years. You don't know how, but it's not the same. Well, I know people that have blood kids, their own, and don't even love them. So how are you going to tell somebody how they think? And that's what I always want to just conflict with people, because you don't know how somebody else feels or how somebody else thinks. You know how you feel and how you think. But when you project your thoughts on me, I'm laughing because I can't tell you why you're fat or why you're skinny. I don't know. I can assume that you ate a lot, or I can assume that you didn't. That's all I can tell you. But I don't know. I don't know if you had cancer and they put you through chemotherapy and you couldn't eat. I don't know if you got a gland dysfunction and you got fat because something your body doesn't process calories correctly. I don't know. But so many people want to tell you what they know. And I want to say, you know nothing, Jon Snow. You need to stop telling people what you know and really go think objectively. I don't have all the information to make an accurate hypothesis on what the next person is. Charles, okay, this is Mars Law talking about it. Charles, what yours is yours and what mine is mine. The marriage dynamic in America is on a downhill slope. It is. I'm not opposed to people getting marriage. I'm not opposed to none of that. I think if you want to have a family, it could be a beautiful thing. If 2 people get together and they choose to love each other, it's fantastic. However, I think that the problem that I see with most people are disingenuous. Most people are not honest about what their intentions are and what they want. And being a man, I'm biased. I can't speak for all men. I can just speak for myself. It seems that from what I observe from women, and I could always be wrong, is that men and women really don't want the same things. Like when I look at a woman, the first thing that I want to lust her. And I want a woman to lust me. But a lot of women look at men that they don't lust. It doesn't make sense to me. Like you don't even like the dude like that. He's not getting with you because he wants friendship, because we can get friendship from men. I'm not saying that I don't like women that can be my friends. I really enjoy and find it to be fantastic to interact with intelligent women. I really love a woman that can think things through and explain to me her position in life and where she's trying to go. I find it to be attractive. However, I never want to get with, because I'm human, a woman that don't desire me like I desire her. And I don't need you around me. It doesn't make sense to me because I'm a hugger and a kisser. And if you don't want me to hug and kiss you, then I'm gonna find somebody to hug and kiss. That's just what I would tell women. But to me, this is my subjective biasness from a man. It seems that I gotta be careful with my words because I don't want to hurt people. A lot of ladies want to hear things a certain way. So sometimes it's hard to say the truth because they're not too accepting of it. But I'm digressing, and I think that's the problem with when it comes to men and women in relationships, especially marriage, because we look at marriage a different way. I don't want to do anything that's not fun. Even talking here on YouTube, flowing with my mouth, it's fun to me. Like I'm gonna say something just to be. Just to get people to understand, YouTube is not a grind for me. This is not grind. This is not hard work. I can do this with my eyes closed. You don't hear me asking people to subscribe. I'm not asking you to give me a thumbs up. I don't care if you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. It's cool because maybe it makes people check me out. And it's cool if people subscribe because maybe people like listening to me. But if nobody wanted to listen to me, this is still fun. It's kind of therapeutic. This is like me going to a bar and having a drink. But sometimes I dislike it because I don't want to offend people. I'm not trying to piss you off. I just want to I want you to think, and sometimes like, I feel like going, open up universities. Maybe I should take some classes just so I can get to critical thinking dialogues with people who want to think about more things than what they normally think about. That's what I think. It's rigged against man, that's for sure. I agree with you, brother Matrix. I agree with you. I think that I don't know if I want to say it's rigged, but I want to say it's not that. Men have to bear the burden of being a man. More pressure of holding up societies placed on men financially and provision wise than women. Women, even though a lot of people they're trying to change these quote unquote gender dynamics of what we think men and women are. But most people are conservative and they want men to provide and protect, and they want women to be cherished and nurtured and protected. So the burden of financial liability is mostly placed on the man, and that's why you hear a lot of ladies complaining about a man not making enough money, where you never hear a man complaining about my woman don't make enough money. I wouldn't care if a girl's broke. That's what but that's maybe it's programming. I don't know if it's epigenetic. I don't know if it's natural, but I think most men don't care about a woman's money, but a lot of women care about a man's money or what he does. I don't care what a woman does. I don't care if you twiddle your thumbs. I say, what do you do for your job, baby? I twiddle thumbs. Oh, that's awesome. So how'd you start twiddling thumbs? I don't know. That's great. That's how I do think. A woman asks you, hey, what do you do for your job? Scrape bubblegum off the floor. Ugh, I can't talk to you. You're not in my level. What? Little you know, he's a multimillionaire owning the gum removal company, but because he said he scraped gums off the floor, now you're dissing the brother. That's just I'm just being subjective, but that is what I observe. So I guess in a way it could be objectively, but I can't be wrong. I'm wrong about all type of stuff. Wait, Mr. Mars says, in my opinion, I use YouTube as a form of expression and to vent as well. Yeah, YouTube for me, I got to think about that. Maybe I do vent a little bit, but not really. It's really just you just have to laugh, to get people to giggle, and to get people to just think differently. I want the world to just be different. I wish that people just learn to love people, learn to let go of hate. So always be things that's wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now. I talk about money a lot. I don't make enough money for me, how I think. But do I really, or is it my lack of discipline? Because for me to really be comfortable in my brain and I'm not even a fluent, flossy type of person. Hey, brother Angel, hey, thank you for coming to my stream last week. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing great, brother. I hope you enjoyed your NBA game. I can't wait to go to another game, man. It would be really, really great. But for me, what I think about is just survival, being able to take care of myself. And I think about how many unnecessary expenses I have. Like, I wish I could truly work from home. I make money, but I don't make enough. If I had enough money to work from home, then I wouldn't need a car. You know what I mean? Because you got to maintain a car, you got to put gas in the car, you got to pay for insurance for a car, you got to do all these things, and you always at risk of somebody else hitting you, and you hitting someone. So just how much money can change not having it, but then it's time. But if you didn't have to go somewhere, if you get your money work for you, now you can lower your cost of living. I think that's the problem with most people, depending on where you live. And everybody, like, okay, let's say you live in a major city. That's where most of the jobs are, but the rent is too high. And who the hell wants to transit back and forth to work an hour and 50 minutes? If I live 5 minutes, I'm living 10 minutes is too far for me to drive back and forth to work because my time is precious. So even on YouTube, I find it hard because just to sit and watch people and they're not talking about stuff I want to talk about, I can have an exchange, right? But everybody's conversation, and it's not to diminish anyone, it's not intriguing to me. Maybe my conversation is not intriguing to you. I'm not dragging in people. I'm not putting in these amazing titles to get people to congregate to my screen and come talk to me. And I'm not one who wants to be slanderous or malicious to other people, so I don't get joy talking bad about other people. And I'm the way I see YouTube is just a place of fun, a place for me to talk to people. That's why I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. I never beg people to subscribe. I put it there. People may want to subscribe. It's cool. People give me a thumbs up or down, but I don't beg for it. I'm gonna ask for it. I'm not gonna stop talking if you don't give me a thumbs up. Even if I got to a place where I was, getting cash from this, I wouldn't ask people to give me money. I wish you would pay the chuckster. I want to get paid, but I'm never going to beg you for it because it's really doesn't matter to me because life will go on. And what I talk about half the time is silliness. I don't stuff doesn't bother me. I'm not trying to change how women operate or how men operate. I love you as you are. I just don't want you to force how you think on me because I'm not going to force how I think on you. And I really love conversation. I love conversation when people are free to really say what they want. And if I don't understand what you're saying, I'm going to say, I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm not trying to change what you say. Say what you say. Say it how you say it. If you want to be disrespectful to me, by all means, curse me out, call me names. And it, will I die from it? No. You call me stupid, ugly, dumb, retarded, whatever you want to call me. Call me poor, broke, mama's boy, daddy's boy, you dog, or whatever you drug user, crack. Call me whatever. It doesn't bother me because life will go on. The only thing that I think bothers me when people interact with me is when people say something. I said something that I didn't say. I'm gonna say I didn't say that. But if you believe it, it's cool. I just don't like people to uh, misinterpret what I've said because I try to be extremely clear and concise on what I say. So I don't know a lot of people. I could totally just flow all day and never have no dead space because I got all these thoughts going through my mind all the time. It's so easy for me. Well, other people it may not be. Most people they are trying to get triggered by something. I don't want to be triggered. Stuff can trigger me, but I'm not trying to get triggered by anything. And I'm talking about other people, but not how you think. It's because I wish that people would just focus on what they need or what they're looking for. I'm looking for happiness. I'm looking to hug. I'm looking to hug people. I'm looking to make so much money that I can give money to people. I'm looking to say, hey man, I paid your rent for a year. Hey man, I bought you a car. That's what I want. And people may not believe it because you're no good. But if I start lying to you and tell you I can teach you how to get all the women you want, which maybe I could, but I couldn't because there's no guarantee because it's gonna be women that don't like you. If I can teach you women, I can teach you how to get every man you want, or whatever you choose to date. For men, I can teach you how to get all the men you want. I'm just being silly because some people like that. I'm not, but I can't guarantee that. What I can guarantee is that if you really listen to me, maybe you learn something. And you see, I put maybe in there because there's no guarantee to anything in life. There's no guarantee that I couldn't have a heart attack 2 seconds from now and die. And I hope that wouldn't happen, but there's no guarantee. So just the way I see people and interacting with people, it amazes me because I love myself. I'm always looking for people like me on YouTube. I'm looking for another channel where somebody talks like me. I'm like, yeah, that's me right there that will interact with me because I never want to get too big that I can't interact with people. I want, like, even if I had 1,000 comments, I may not be able to get to all of them, but I would try to read as much as I could so I can react. But it doesn't happen, What's going on? But Mars says, I totally agree with you. But Matrix says, I bet Bill Gates and Steve Jobs felt the same, that it's never enough. It's never enough. I agree. I mean, sooner or later, but the difference between them is they got assets, so they could give a lot and still survive because they have so much passive income coming in that they give it away. But in a way, it's that human. They're going to take advantage of me, or we don't know so much, man. Just do what you're going to do. Pick and choose to help who you want to help. I think Bill Gates heard me talk. He might want to talk to me, but does he want to waste his time talking to me? That's why I think so many people, like, I'm be silly. I think Joe Rogan would love to have a conversation with me, but he never heard of me. But I like the conversation that he has on his panels. I like that. I wish I could have conversations like Lex Friedman or different people where it's not always negative. Just tell me your thoughts and it's respectable. Respectable. It's not always slanderous. But the Matrix says, if you think about it, most people in Western society are incredibly wealthy compared to people who lived 200 years ago. I totally agree. However, I'm super wealthy, but I'm not wealthy because let's say my car engine blew up. I could afford to probably replace the engine, but what happened if my car engine blew up and my refrigerator blew up and something else blew up? I could afford to probably replace all of them, but I got to probably make some moves for stuff I'm trying to invest in to do it. So I don't have enough access cash flow to do what I need to do. Like, do I have enough and feel without feeling some pain to go out and buy a car cash tomorrow, a brand new car? Depending on how much it is, yes. But it's still a scary thing. When you think this is going to cost me, like, last year I think I bought a washing machine and dryer, and I got tires. So I think just thinking about how much it was, so it was like 1,000 something for the, so like $3,000 because I drive a Mustang and it got a little bit more expensive wheels. So that's three or $4,000 plus tax, maybe round up to five for all that stuff, right? And I'm just thinking that's a big chunk of change of stuff that's just normal. So if I get a refrigerator, me, I get a cheap one, but I'm kind of a technocrat. I like technology. So I'm always want to get the best refrigerator I can get. That's not too crazy. So if I want to get a refrigerator gonna cost me um about $3,000 maybe. But I'm trying to change my thoughts. But it's just me. It's like, man, I want one where I can check the temperature from my phone and have it just I'm just because it's there, and I hate that. I'm trying to discipline myself to say, Charles, you don't need it. Just get this. I like French doors, so let me just get this one right here. That's just $700. But my ego, see, that's the ego and the emotions. That's what I have to turn into a minimalist. I'm trying. Some shoes come out tomorrow. I'm trying to say, don't buy those shoes. Don't. And I'm doing well. I'm beating my desire because I don't watch any TV. Like I don't just get network TV. My TV is YouTube, and mostly I'm reading a book, playing a video game, or listening to an audiobook. And if not, I'm lifting weights or cooking or cleaning. And I did clean up now, but I'm not because I'm having a conversation with you people who are talking to me and make me feel great. What's going on? Right in life, there are no guarantees in life. I keep seeing ads from Coming to America, and I'm like, I don't want to be disappointed, so I'm putting it up. My friend, he just watched it, and I'm tempted to watch it, but I got other stuff to do. Like I really wish I could get on panels, but every time I get on panels, everybody wants to talk more than me. And then because I'm not talking how most people want me to talk, then they don't want to talk. Or that's weird. But I try to be really supportive to, especially with my brothers. I think I'm gonna say something wrong. This is bias. I wish there was like black male media. So when I see black men, I'm trying to support all black men, but I support black women. But I support all people. So you don't have to be black. I'm not saying that, but it's just weird for me when I get into dialogues because I'm not that person. I'm really not let me tell you, like, I don't have to be disrespectful to talk about a gender or a group. I don't have to do that. And a lot of people can't align with me because they come from a different belief system or structure to me. And I just say, love people. That's it. Be happy. Share with your friends, man. I got some of the best friends on the planet Earth. I got some whiskey. My friends share with me. It's great. I haven't drank it yet. I feel like pouring some now, just having this dialogue. I don't know. I'm telling you, unlike most people, I really don't know. I wish I knew more. I wish I knew the right things to say. I wish I knew truthfully how to be more attractive to people because I'm not really that attractive, I guess, like as far as getting people to come check me out. Because I actually enjoy conversation with people. I want people to hop in the chat and want to converse with me, and they can tell me their lives. I tell them mine. But I guess for me to attract people, I got to be negative, but I'm not going to be. And I don't have the answers in life, and I can't tell you anything other than be happy and love yourself. That's what I'm great at. What's going on? It might be good, but there's no way it could be as good as the original one. I never say that. I probably, because what I've heard, I agree. But sometimes movies come out that are better than the original. I think The Godfather 2 was better than Godfather. I think Empire Strikes Back was better than Star Wars. I think that the Two Towers are better than The Fellowship of the Rings. I can name a couple other movies that I think were overall better than the first. It is what it is. Some people think the second Blade Runner is better than the first. I don't know. I got to go. It may be. I have to go watch it again because it was so much going on that I'm like, wow. I think Wrath of Khan was better than Star Trek: The Motion Picture. So sometimes the sequel can be better than the original. I think Rocky 2 was better than Rocky, and I think Evan Draco, it would break you. It was better than Rocky 2. Yeah. Or Rocky 3 was good too. So I don't know. I can't make that statement. I think Terminator 2 was better than Terminator. So I can keep flowing with it, baby. I think Infamous 2 is better than Infamous 1. So I don't know. It depends what they think. I think Super Metroid is better than the original Metroid. I'm on a roll. Roll with me on this one. I think Superman 2 was better than Superman the Motion Picture. I don't know. I don't know, because sometimes sequels could be god darn good, man. I think Aliens was better than Alien. I'm on a roll. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna go back to my brother Matrix saying, it might be good, but there's no way it's as good as the original one. Well, that one, I may agree. You're making me want to go watch it. I think my brother Charles Faulkner I think he was going to talk about. I need to go listen, but I think my problem sometimes with listening, people take too long to get started, and I'd rather catch a replay where I can put it on 2x. I wish YouTube would let me put it on 3x because your lettuce is writing. Your lettuce is watching, eat it soon. Okay, it's wilting, eat it soon. I get it. Your lettuce is wilting, eat it soon. I got it. I'm a little not the best read. I'm joking, but yeah, man. I don't know. I just wish that I wish people could really figure out how to be happy, how to listen to people who don't agree with them without trying to debunk them all the time and say, well, I don't agree with you, or I think it's incorrect, and let me tell you why. But it's like we have to be the captain of the hill. Like, truthfully, I think that I'm the captain of my own hill. You can be captain of your own hill, and we can get together. But I'm not always trying to win the intellectual battle. I think I'm very competent. I think I can fight it well. But I'm not trying to say that I'm smarter than you, which I may be, but I may not be. I'm not saying I'm wiser than you, which I may be, but I may not be. I'm just trying to say I'm me. And I knew I need to learn a lot. And there's a lot I don't know. That's what I think. And you know what? I'm always saying the same things. I know. I really enjoy conversations. I really find so many things interesting. There's a couple movies. I think it's a movie called Boss Level. My friend wants me to watch. We'll try to watch that. We'll try to finish watching The Last Kiss, but it's not. Sorry, like my friend truthfully, he's a director. He's a writer, a film writer. It's a great one. Sometimes I guess he wants me, and it's not a bad thing because I like movies. Don't get it twisted. But I think he wants me to have the same passion at the direction and the dialogue banter of people as he does. But for me, because I'm kind of like efficient, I'm like, why are they saying that? That doesn't make sense. But I guess most humans don't make sense, and I'm not good with that because everything has to make sense to me. If it doesn't, then I'm like, why? It doesn't. That's a I don't. I need to understand why. And it's hard for me. I realize that when it comes to knowledge, comprehension is key to learning. Man, this is me saying what I know right now. I think my ability to discern quickly and catch on is my asset. I'm not saying I'm the most wise, but I usually grasp something. Like, it doesn't take me long. Somebody can tell me something and I just get it. Like, almost everything. It doesn't matter what it is. Math, English, science, I get it. It just makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, they have to work it out. Like, sometimes I wish I didn't have to work. I could just be a student. I think I would go back and major in physics and just conquer it all day because it would be so great to see it. Like, everything to me is, in a way I see it, is numbers. Everything is a formula. There is a pattern to it. Almost everything. I don't know if people notice it, but to everything, there's a pattern. Everything, even sentence structure, is a pattern. Sound is a pattern. People just don't know it. It's repetitive. It's a cycle, but we don't notice it. Everything is cyclic. It's like, it's weird. And I haven't had a chance to really understand the underlying structure of it, but it is, molecules, atoms, they're all numbers, they're all patterns. Think about what I'm saying. They're everything. Everything in a way is digital. Sounds crazy when I say it, but it is the truth. There are sequels better than the first. They're wrong about the Blade Runner though. I got to sit back and watch the second one. I like the first one a lot. I like the whole experience of it. It was one of those just visually sucking you in. And I watched the second one, but it didn't visually suck me in like the first one. But that's why I got to go back and look at it again and see what they were talking about, how great it is, how it's better than the first one. And I agree with you on that one. I tell you this, like the Matrix first one is way better than the third and better than a lot of scenes in the second. Boy, I love the second one. Ooh, they made Neo off the chain. Only thing I didn't like was some of the CG3. That's my name, CG3. Some of the CGI effects, but man, that was he kicked so much. He kicked ass. Neo was the one in the second one, and they like off the chain, man. His ability to just dodge stuff without looking, man. Especially my favorite scene is in the Merovingian when he fought everybody, and he's just a man. I thought that was so awesome. I just thought it was so incredible, and I love stuff that just people with talent that just get to show it, but they don't see it at first, and I love that. As a anime on Netflix, Knights of Sidonia, and I just love how this dude look like a geek, but his ability to pilot is just off the chain. I kind of like it. I've been watching Black Clover or Naruto, stuff like that. I just love to see people that don't quit. It just keep pushing. I love that. That's why even with YouTube, when I hear people speak, I can't relate. I don't get depressed. I don't care what other people doing. I want you to have fun. Uh, just do you. As long as you're trying, you win it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think. Therefore, he says the last thing was in regards to the home automation. Oh yeah, Daddy, I got you. I got it. I got the home autom. Yeah, you want that? I want that. Whew, I did a lot of talking. I want a glorious life, man. A life of simplicity, a life of peace. That's what I want. That's what I feel like what Palpatine said. We're giving them peace. We will have peace. I was thinking that, and yeah, a lot of stuff. Like I'm happy. Unlike most people, doing nothing. Like meaning just being. And I don't think a lot of people know how to do that. I love people. Trust me. I like having conversations over some type of inebriating beverage. I like it. However, I'm just as good doing nothing. Um, I would, you know what? Let me, this is my goal. I'm going to, in a little bit, not a little bit, but I will stop this. I'm going to watch Coming to America tonight if I don't get too tired. I'm going to finish watching The Last Kiss. I'm going to try to watch the movies. It's hard for me, but I'm going to do it. And, I'm pull an all-nighter and then think about how great tomorrow will be. Mars Law says a lot of these movies and anime give out hidden gems to life. I agree, man. I think that's what it is. That's why I love people. I watch so much they're man, there's so many great animes, and I think Naruto is one of the greatest anime stories. Like he suffered like having no parents and nobody want to talk to him. You know how hard that is psychologically. And he just did things for attention. He wanted to be loved, and he learned to love other people and love his enemies. Man, it's dope, man. It is really, really dope. Like, man, even Robotech or Macross about that, learning to love the Zentradi that destroyed your whole world. That's and seeing that there's beauty in life and stop diminishing other people. We all got pain. Everybody don't have to be your enemy, man. And everybody ain't stupid. And everybody don't know. Like everybody has their own level of intellect or insight that can help you in your life if they can just calm down to see it. There's so many people that can help me. And I appreciate the people that want to help me because I want to help them too. I want people to feel the best that they can feel. That's what I'm about. I'm about trying to bring some happiness to you. I'm trying to bring some joy to you. And I enjoy reading. I disappear. Hey, brother Zero. I'm just running my mouth, man. Make sure that he said, make sure you hit the like button on the way in and share it out if you like the content. Oh, that's cool. I always tell people it's good if they do, and if they don't, it matters not because I'm just doing me. I always say this. You know me for a minute. I'm really not grinding on YouTube. I just feel like talking, and sometimes just speaking to other people and knowing that people are hearing you gets you some. Not reprieve, but some peace. It makes you feel okay. I'm not alone in this world, But some people, this is their life. This is how they're earning money. This is how they live. So they're really asking for subscribers. It's cool if people subscribe, but by all means, you don't have to. Like people say, Charles, I haven't been checking you out, but I'm gonna come back. Listen, man, you don't owe me that. If one person check me out and can smile off of whatever I say, that's all I need. I suck at this because I enjoy conversation. I'm not opposed to having panels and having people talk to me, but it's not for growth purposes. For me, it's for just to have fun and to get other people's views that really want to be open with me. That's what I think about. And I would feel blessed and honored if someday I turned around and I had 1 million subscribers. I wouldn't know what to do. I might get on the stream and cry. Like, man, who would ever thought that people would like to listen to stuff I have to say? And so every time I make a video, I'm still in all of them. Nobody checked it out. But if they went back and listened for 2 or 3 minutes, maybe you'll laugh. That's my whole purpose. It's just getting that one person to smile. I wish I was somebody's favorite YouTuber. I wish I was. I have favorite YouTubers. I got favorite YouTubers that don't even make videos all the time, and I'm pissed. Dramaklub is great. I think Jess BU is great. I think BGS is great. I like all different types of people. I like listening to just a lot of people you would never know that I listen to. And I don't always agree with them. I think Kenya is great. I think some for 40 Entrepreneur Drive. I think she's starting to get her niche and making a little short tutorials. I think so. But to me, some of my favorite are not big YouTube. I don't really. I wish I knew of people that had a million or 2 million people that I really like listening to like that, but I don't. It's not. Like I listen to people you wouldn't believe I listen to. I listen to Kevin Samuel sometimes. I find it to be funny. I think he'd be talking to the woman's harsh sometimes, but it still be funny. He'd be like, wow, the way that people think. I will listen to stuff that would not always be what you think, because I may not agree with it. Doesn't mean I listen to people that say some of the most malicious stuff about black men all the time. I still listen because it's funny. I just want to hear what they think. It's hilarious, and I don't get offended or opposed to other people's thoughts. You think like that? I'm not here to change your narrative. I'm not here to get you to love me. If you don't hate me all you want, you can drown me in the toilet. I wouldn't care. It's all good. As long as I'm living my life, what you think doesn't matter. I'm just trying to help people that I can help. And Brother Zero, I like it that you play games. I like different people to do different things. Do whatever makes you happy. Mars Laurel said, I like to listen to people, different perspectives on life. My method is similar to the lightsaber technique called Nieman, the jack of all trades style. I'm pretty good at knowing the 7 styles of the lightsaber. What style is that? What style is that? You said I'm going to look it up, man, because I'm forgetting in my old age. A Jedi guy like me, I know the styles. What style is that? I got to go back and look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe you tell me. That's Form 6. Okay. I'm just thinking, man. Okay. You got Ataru, the pad, the 2 ones that Anakin practiced, Dimjo and whatever, but it's the same form, just different variations of it, right? So I gotta sit back and look. I don't know. I'm so out of loop. Whatever. Obi-Wan practiced that super defensive form. I gotta look it up. That's so crazy. Knights of the Old Republic, baby. Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic changed the game. Zero. Knights of the Old Republic. I remember the first time I heard the Sith Creed, the Jedi Creed. I was like, wow, I remember that game came out. And I was like, man, that's the best Star Wars story ever. Who would have thought? It was better than any movie that find out that the hero was actually Darth Vader. I'm just using like he was the villain, That was the man. The pad was Mace's own lightsaber style. I know he created that. So awesome. I'm always, why we going to Star Wars? I always think Anakin was the chosen one. Anakin had the most force potential. If Anakin could have controlled his emotions, he would have never lost. But see, the Jedi did Anakin. Like, you gotta think about it. Like, I really, as a character, Darth Vader was great. And they really did, like, the Jedi was supposed to love, but you're supposed to be selfless and not learn to let go. But nobody really cared about what Anakin was going through. So it was so easy for him to turn. But Anakin, like, we never really got to see Anakin totally off the hook. I wish they would have shown him fighting the Jedi Temple, because that Anakin right there had to be off the hook, right? When he was right into the dark side, and even when he fought Obi-Wan, he didn't go totally into the dark side because he didn't get the Sith eyes until Obi-Wan cut his arms and legs off. But if you read the novelization, I think with Matt Storer, I can think of the author's name who wrote the novelization. He said, "For the love of you, or for the love I have, just go." I wish they'd have put that in a movie. See, George Lucas may be a great director, visual storyteller, but his words he uses, or when to put certain words to make you feel something, he's like that. But man, man, someone gave me the game and I loved it and still love it. I love the Knights of the Old Republic, man. I got it on PC. I still got the Xbox One. I told you that I still got my Xbox One. I got it on Android, so I could play it. Like some game, I hate that I like certain games that I buy it on different systems. Like I got Nintendo Switch and they had like Doom. I got Doom on Android. I got Doom on PS4. I just keep buying it over and over and over because I love certain games, man. Obi-Wan style was Form 3, Sarusu, and Anakin style was Form 5. Yeah, that's cool. Dimjo. So, but Anakin used 2 styles. He started off with one style, then moved to a different style. Like when he switched styles at the Attack of the Clones, when Dooku cut his arm off, he wanted to be more aggressive. And I'm a person. The only Star Wars show I haven't watched is Resistance, but I own it. I actually bought it. Amazon had to sell. I've never watched it, and plus I got Disney Plus. I have never watched it. And I'm gonna be honest. The only movie, there's only 2 movies I've only watched once, and that's The Last Jedi. I just can't. I want to. I hate that movie so much. I just hate it, and I didn't hate The Rise of Skywalker as much. I just wasn't. It didn't like. Oh, I need to go back and see that again. But at least I could deal with the Star Wars remake called The Force Awakens, I didn't hate that. It just wasn't that great. It didn't suck. It was actually good, but it just wasn't original, so it didn't intrigue me. But I like Rogue One. I like Star Wars Solo Story. I like those. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with me. And the Mandalorian was off the chain. Yeah, I think like I sat and watched that scene probably at least 20, 30 times. I watched it. I thought it was good. It was obvious. Oh, Felicia, I hope you're doing good. Lockhart's perspective. Felicia, one of the best voices on YouTube. I like the little short news breaks. Boom, explosion. I'm sorry. And a woman of the faith. So I don't know, man. I think that much as I'm a Star Wars guy, it's hard for me to go back and watch certain movies. I really can't. I like it's I okay. I don't mind a movie with an agenda. It just gotta have a good movie. I don't care what you're trying to promote. Just have a good story. And I don't like I can let me make a joke. I can turn secular and I can turn off whatever beliefs systems I have to absorb in anything. I don't care what type of movie you make. I can get into it and watch anything because Felicia is here. So he said, for Felicia being here, I have to say it a different way. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I just never went back to watch The Last Jedi. I don't know. I just I like Star Wars expanded universe characters such as Revan and Jedi Lord Hoth. Yeah, I love the Star Wars expanded universe too, man. Mir Jade and Cade Skywalker and Keelan Voss, those characters, yeah, Kreia. I remember so if Zero stay here, I couldn't even spell the name. I like the Great Jedi. I like how they did it so well. If you read some of the stories, the Courtship of Princess Leia, I can think of all these books, the Thrawn trilogy, all these books I've read. I've read so many books, the Young Jedi series, the Vus Vong. I've already talked the name of the creatures from the other universe that believe in biological. Like they could have took all these great stories and did it great. That's why I'm so happy that Dave Filoni and Kevin Feige got involved to make it to try to save it. Because it was doing too much. Like the Legends was it. The old stuff was it, man. It was really good, and I don't know why they like uh the old stuff is just ridiculous. I can't think of this guy's name. Exarn Kun, that type of stuff, that was off the chain. All these old Dark Horse comic books they used to tell the story. The Jedi that was a tree, like it's just different stuff, man. It's just how they just it's amazing to me how great storytelling can be. And when people really want to promote an agenda, they'll destroy things just to get it to be a certain way. And instead of letting people just make their own choices, even I'm gonna make a joke. I see people walking around. I'll make a joke. I don't care what you guys believe, but I see people walking around with 2 masks. I'm dying. So you think if you don't have an N95 or a gas mask on, you think your 2 little masks is gonna make a difference? Take the mask off. Then you're hurting the environment. Listen, this is what I do. I just stay in the house. I come out my front yard and I ain't putting on a mask. If you stay away from me, I'm not gonna do it. I let groceries get delivered, so I don't have you tell me my mask ain't on correct. I'm just making a joke. I don't care. I'm not telling people not to wear masks because I know how you want to do that, and I think that it's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to not break the law, so don't break the law. But I find so many things in belief system we put on to be silly, and I'm not in any way diminishing the real of the stuff that's going on in the world today. No, 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 no. I'm just saying that no matter what, life must go on, and if we lose our humanity, we're gonna lose something. I'm not trying to lose my humanity just a little bit more. But forgive me for going into that direction because it was fun for me to do. But anyway. You guys got me talking some Star Wars, and I just want to talk. So it flow like that. The Jedi was so scared of the dark side that they created the conditions for the dark side to flourish. Yeah, the dark side. Okay, I like that you said that, and it goes back to Kreia. The dark side is natural. Like people feel jealous, people feel envy. It's what we control it, but you don't try to stifle it. If you stifle those things, you're going to cause it to happen behind you because you're not aware that it's there. Like the Force is neither good nor evil. It's how you use the Force, truthfully. And it's just because somebody is more attuned to letting the Force, the light side of the Force, let them flow through them, that they get mad when people use the Force for their own thing. But healing will be more of a dark side power than light side power. That's kind of why Cade could use it first. If you go back to Legends, and they did kind of good with Grugo because he had a little bit of anger in him. I like the little baby Yoda, Grugo, because it's a lot of things they're trying to connect it. I wonder how they're going to make it make sense. I don't know, like how did he survive from the temple assault? Maybe he wasn't in the temple, and where did he come from? It's so many great questions. It was like a lot of stuff they have to answer, and they're going to have to retcon it or make it make sense. But right now, they're kind of getting the canon together where Star Wars is congruent and we can understand where it's going and where it's coming from. That's my perspective. I don't know what you guys think, but I want to see what happened to Urza in the future. Urza from Rebels. I want to know what happened to them. I think it's a great universe to play in, and as long as they do it where you don't try to always push political. Like, I'm never gonna say Star Wars was not political, because the Empire, it was always little man versus big man, so there's always some agenda there. But as long as you don't try to force people to believe a certain way and believe this person is better than that person, or these men are idiots, because that's why I just couldn't stand The Last Jedi. I don't want to get into it because I started talking about The Last Jedi and the whole agenda that was pushed there. Oh man, that just makes me just. You can push agenda. Like, I think Mad Max is a perfect agenda. Like I said, a feminist power movie that was good. And I'm not opposed to pushing agendas, but if you're gonna push an agenda, make it a good story. Make it a good story. I don't have, no matter what I believe, I can be straight outside and watch your movie if it's good. The Last Jedi just sucked. If somebody does not believe me, then feel free to say I'm wrong about The Last Jedi, and we can have a dialogue about it. I want to hear your argument of how great The Last Jedi was, because The Last Jedi sucked. I'll say it. I have never watched it again. I just can't. It's like, man, I'm traumatized. I got PTLJD, post-traumatic Last Jedi disorder. I can't stand The Last Jedi. I walked out of the movie. I didn't say nothing. I didn't know what to say. I was like, did I just see this? Like, it could have saved itself if Luke would have survived. So I didn't see. That's why I like at least Luke is a hero. That's what really got me, the whole Luke thing. It wasn't Luke. Mark Hamill said it, and it was true. It didn't make sense. A lot of stuff just didn't make sense. It was stupid. It was dumb. The plot was dumb. You don't always got to try to trick me. Have a good story. It was stupid. If you're gonna make Luke be not Luke, then make Luke not be like Luke. Make sense. That's all I have to say. It was bad. My buddy paid for it, and I warned him. I went with it. Okay, I went into it with I got you attitude, and I just laugh out loud in the theater. I got you, Mr. Theater 3000. I got what you're saying. I got the reference. I thought the very first day it came out, because I was like, okay, I didn't really hate The Force Awakens, but I didn't like it because they did Star Wars A New Hope again. Hopefully it's gonna be good. But so when I went to Last Jedi, I was hoping, okay, we're gonna see some Luke in this one, because they have Luke in the first one. Luke is gonna be off the chain. We'll see Master Luke. Oh, did they do a bait and switch? You know what I mean? A bait and switch. You got married and you didn't get what you thought you were going to be getting. Your wife said, I was tired. And you're like, oh no. That's how I felt like when I saw The Last Jedi. The Thrawn trilogy is a masterpiece. It is. Luke was the greatest Jedi in Star Wars history, and they killed him off. It was true. Read the expanded universe, but I'm pretty sure Luke was off the chain. Luke was off the chain. Luke was magical. Almost like, what did Darth Vader say? Your power is insignificant. He said the Death Star power was insignificant to the power of the Force, to the Force. And Luke was Anakin. He was Darth Vader at his full potential. If Darth Vader had never lost potential, he would have been Luke. And we never got to see Luke be that. Luke was Anakin off the chain. That's what Luke was supposed to be. Anakin, if he didn't. Luke was Leto Atreides. You know what I'm saying? Leto was Paul. If you guys don't know the similarity between Dune and Star Wars, you need to go read Dune, the whole Dune series, and you'll understand where I'm coming from with this. What's going on? I'm missing. I enjoyed conversation. In my opinion, The Last Jedi was just a money grab, and the main character was a Mary Sue. I agree with that. Mary Sue archetype. It's so sad that we never saw that. I like the actress. It's just a shame her character was literally a blank slate. I agree. There was no dynamic in her character. And there's nothing against Daisy Ridley. I think she acted fantastically. They just didn't write her right. They wasted Finn. It didn't make sense. How you gonna become a super Jedi and never been trained? Anakin had to train. Obi-Wan had to train. Yoda had to train. Luke had to train. And they lost fights. Almost all of them lost something. You know, she never lost a fight. Never. Never lost a fight. Never. She never trained, which is better than every Jedi ever existed with new powers and stuff and never trained. You know, Anakin with the chosen one. He had to train, man. He had to train. Luke had to train. Luke had to train, but not Daisy. Dun dun dun. Dun. You know, Kylo Ren was trained by Luke, and she beats him in the first lightsaber duel ever, because she's that good. She's that awesome. You know, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be going there. You know, I try not to be biased, but that's the only part that gets to me. Just that part. You know, just that part. Just that part. And I'm not saying there ain't some woman on the earth that can beat a dude, but if you got 9 men and you got 9 women, how many of those women gonna win the fight against 9 men? You know, how many professional tennis players is Serena Williams gonna beat out of 100? You know, let's think about that now. She used the force once, and now she's the master of the force. I'm sorry, man. Y'all might maybe go here. I'd be trying not to go there. I love the ladies, I do. there's no. I love women, I do. But sometimes just the narrative that society is painting, that listen. First, there's no such thing as fairness, and we're not equal. We can try to create a fair society, and we're trying to do that. But we will never be. It's always going to be somebody taller than me, smarter than me, richer than me, and shorter and broker, and not as intelligent as me. It's going to be somebody better looking and not looking. Life is not fair, and we're not equal. I don't have the same opportunity that, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't have the same, well, I can say that. Somebody who looks better is going to have more opportunity than you. We want to have equal opportunity. We try to create that, but we don't have that. There's not equal opportunity for everyone. What we try to do is create it, and that's what we're working on. But if we have to create it, that means it's not actually there. Listen, some lion is going to eat some antelope somewhere on the range. They don't got to say equal chance. It is what it is. A man with a couple of men with some guns can take over the world. It ain't equal for the animals. It ain't equal for people. If some women with some M16 coming to the village and men ain't got none, women can take all the men. So equality doesn't exist. You know, it's all about who gets to what first and who has the best hand. But we can try to be humane and be fair. And because we want a peaceful society and you want to watch your back all the time, we create codes and rules and laws that help us maintain a society without us all trying to take all that we got from each other. That's why a lot of laws are written, to make it good for all of us, to give some type of fairness and some type of equality. But innately, we live in a dynamic system. So with dynamic system, it means there's ebbs and flows, and there will never be. We don't have a static system. We don't have one. There will always be entropy. There will always be some type of loss. People who seem to hate Star Wars are in control of Star. That's what I believe. People who hate Star Wars are in control of Star Wars, or people who want a different agenda. You know, I think that I'm a step outside myself. People don't beat me up when I say this. But if I ran a business, truthfully, who spends the most money? It's women. So I want your clientele, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make the clientele happy, because that's where the most money's from. Most men are more frugal than most women. Women spend more money. So if I got to make the woman the heroine, I'm going to do that. I want the woman to win. And that's what I'm thinking as a business. So that's why a lot of times they paint agendas to get the people that they're going to think they're going to make the most money for. So if I lose the clientele of men and to get the clientele of women, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make more money with the women. You know, if I can make women really dig what I'm doing, I'm sorry, that's what I think. I'm just talking from business perspective. I said, no hate. I'm just being honest. Okay. Who wants to go out to eat more? Who women? Who want to shop more? Is women. You know, who's more likely to buy new cars all the time? Is women. So I'm marketing to women. You know, men are more likely to spend money for women. You know, if a man can get all the women he wants driving a bucket, would he get a Ferrari? I'm not saying he wouldn't, but most men, like a Ferrari, will get more women. Women is a motivation for a lot of men. Okay, people who seem to hate Star Wars, yeah, I'm sorry, people. I go left a lot. I'm a Star Wars fan, and I also love Star Trek. And I truthfully don't hate Discovery. I just haven't watched it much because some of the direction it's going is a little bit too much romantic. You know, The Last Generation, Star Enterprise, Voyager, and the original series were not as romantic and so much love things going on like Discovery. So I know who they made it for. You know, like they're doing a lot of these series now. They're Starbuck was a man, now he's a woman. Luke Skywalker was a man, Rey is a woman. Captain Kirk was a man, and now is a woman. I'm just saying they're putting science fiction on the ladies, but they're making they're pushing that narrative right there because there's money to be made. There's more shows made for women than men. I'm just being honest because women watch more TV than men do. I have never in my life ever watched a show of Grey's Anatomy. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but I bet you more women watch Grey's Anatomy than men do. I've never watched all these shows, CSI, but I bet you more women watch it than men do. I can't name shows I'm gonna watch, or like maybe The Flash, but even they got a heavy dose of romance because they know if we get the women to watch, it's gonna be good. I'm sorry, people. I'm just telling you what it is. Most people won't talk about it. It is what it is, and that's why the money of a man matters more for women than the money of a woman matters for a man. It's just me speaking. I say a lot of silly things. I do. You know what? I wish somebody would say, Charles, you're wrong and you're biased and I don't like you because you're just saying it. But maybe I'm just saying it. But it makes sense to me. What's going on, people? Anybody got anything they want to talk about? I've really ran my mouth for like an hour, just flowing. And I'm telling you, this is really what I look for on YouTube. I might go, see if I can engage in a conversation with somebody and get them to say, Charles, I don't believe you believe that. But, I do. I believe that. I don't care what you like. I don't care who is what. I'm not opposed to whoever can do the job. If a woman is better than a man at something, by all means, you should do the job. I'm never going to diminish you for your gender, for your ethnicity, for your race, for your political belief, or your religious views. You respect me, I respect you. However, no matter what, I have to be objective. And I know that, and this is my biasness, if I had a restaurant, and I know somebody gonna spend money in my restaurant, I'm gonna cater to the person that spend money. If you're a person that come get donuts every day, I'm gonna treat you like a queen or a king because I want you to come get donuts every day. So I look at, you got to understand, this is what I don't understand. On YouTube, what I don't understand who my audience is. I don't. I can go look at the analytics, but I don't know who really likes to see me and who doesn't. I don't at all. For Felicia, the Lockhart Perspective, which is a great channel. I think everybody should check out the Lockhart Perspective, just like I think everybody should check out my brother Zero the Infinite, and anybody else who got a channel. I don't know, brother Mars Laurel, if you got a channel, I don't know. Okay, but let me get back to reading what it said with Felicia. They seem to be pushing women to cancel the man. I don't know what's going on with that. I get it. Listen, I hate, like, I'm conservative in a lot of my thought, but I'm liberal about what other people do. I'm just conservative in what I do. When I'm with a woman, I want a woman to be a woman with me. I'm not, if you want to be masculine, I'm not knocking that. You can go be a man over there. But if you're in my circle, I don't need you to be the man. I'm the man for me. I'm not into men. So I don't want to be with the man. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be tough and strong whatever environment you want to be in. But when you come to my presence, don't try to be more manly than me. That's not going to work. But don't try to tell me how I'm supposed to be, because I'm going to tell you what I want from a woman, but you got to figure out what type of woman you want to be. If you don't want to rub my back, you don't have to. You're free to go. So that's it. And I respect you if you respect me. I'm going to be open and honest with you if you're open and honest with me. We're trying to paint, like, I'm not, this word is weird for me to say at all. Like, the term I've heard, he was insecure. He was intimidated. I'm not intimidated or insecure about whatever. I don't care if you're CEO, $1 million mistress. That don't bother me. I don't care if a woman make a lot of money. What they got to do with me? Your money ain't my money. You know what I mean? But if you with me, I'm gonna make sure I take care of you. But if I can't take care of you, then you don't need to be with me. If you're not willing to abide by the rules that I set, and by no means that I'm trying to be the dominant man. I'm just telling you what I expect from women that want to deal with me. And I want a woman to be a woman. And I would say you should, a woman is with me should never engage in any type of interaction with somebody. Let me handle that for you. Somebody piss you off, I say, I'm gonna go get my man. I'm gonna go get my husband and let him talk to you, because you should be beneath even getting into that, because you're my princess. I'm joking. I'm joking. Exactly. I don't ever want to be a man or compete. Yeah. Acquiesce. Okay. I want a woman to be acquiescent, but I would be of service to you too. So a woman can always ask me to do anything. And I wish a dude would call me, I read some words. I like women. I like to do for women. So you can call me a simp all you want, because I don't have no, if a woman wants me to help her carry a box, by all means, I will carry that box for you. But when I ask a woman to do something for me, hey, can you make me a plate because I'm about to go do this? No problem. Now she can ask, hey, honey, I need you to take the trash out. Not a problem, sweetheart. I can do that for you because I'll do the man's role. I want you to do the woman's role. And that's where I think I start bumping heads with people because that's the way I think. But if that's not your boat and you want to be in some type of other type of situationship or relationship with a woman, by all means, if you want to be her girlfriend, you do that. I'm just not good at it. I'm good at talking to women because I enjoy it, but I don't ever want a woman to ever forget that I'm a man. Don't ever forget that. Don't forget it. I ain't your girlfriend, baby. Your girlfriend ain't gonna think about you like I will. So don't ever equate me. Oh, he's mine. No, not me. You think so? I would have never thought. You better thought. I'm joking. I understand about the business perspective of making money, but sooner or later, your creation will lose its die-hard fans and profits. The popularity will soon be good. Yeah, I think that happens, but I don't think they care. If I got to give up $1 million to make $2 billion, that's what's going to happen. It is what it is. I understand it. If they only lose, because some like exactly respect the man and receive the blessings. I agree with that. So I feel like this: if they're programming, I do think programming has a lot to do with how people believe things, be it with masculinity or femininity. I'm just being honest. There's certain traits that are masculine, but certain traits that are feminine. But what we consider the masculine and feminine, depending on how we look at how people dress, is taught. That's not natural. But I'm not. That's neither here nor there. But because they're slowly trying to program the thought process of what it means to be a woman, then they're going to promote certain ideologies that are going to catch up to the new generation because the kids are going to be absorbing this. Kids are on social media, so now the stuff that was probably unacceptable when I was growing up has become acceptable. And I'm not going to talk about certain things that I really want to, but I'm not at this time because it could be detrimental to me. So I have to be really careful. Trust me, offline, behind this, as things I would say, and it would probably offend some people. But if you like it, I love it. I'm never going to diminish you. Just do what you want to do over there. Listen, certain things I just don't want to see, and I understand why people don't want to see it. Some people never want to see violence, but I can see violence. Some people never want to see witchcraft. I can see witchcraft. I don't really like to watch certain type of shows, but certain people on TV, I don't want to see that. I'm more like, okay, let me give you an example. I'm more like Genuine was on a show, and this person tried to hug him. He was like, I'm one of those. I'm not minded, but don't come at me romantically like that. I'm about to move, and I'm not any type of I don't care what we can hang out. We can be family. I'm not going to diminish you. Just don't force it on me. That's all I'm saying. Don't force what you do on me. That's my thoughts. I'm not going to force me eating beef on you. You don't force what you do on me, and we good. Maybe I've said too much now, but I haven't said anything to get me flagged. So I'm being careful with my words. That is what it is. And okay, I'll talk about something. They do talk about it. If you look at Star Trek, they had ambiguous characters a lot. Men become women, women becoming men. But now because certain things have become popular, now they're saying we're going to bring the first this. No, they did it in the 60s, baby. Go check it out. They had people that were both men and women. I'm just saying, there's a lot of creatures in Star Trek. You need to go back and do your history. But they're always trying to present a narrative to change the way people think. And I'm not into that. I'm just into good storytelling. And I didn't do a lot of talking. You know what? Please forgive me. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I could be totally wrong. Get in my comments, chew me out on any video you want, because I say some of the most friendly but irritating things. And I know I irritate people because I'm really good at it. I'm not telling people how to live. I'm not telling you how to think. I'm not telling you how to be. Do you love who you want to love? But I will tell you this: you should also like Star Wars, all like especially old classic ones. And I don't care. I listen to this guy Quinn's ideas. He likes to talk about Dune. I like Dune, but he said that Revenge of the Sith sucked, and I love Revenge of the Sith. So that's the only thing I disagree with Quinn on. But I still couldn't give his video a thumb down because he did a good explanation of why he disagreed, but I don't agree with him. But hey, he didn't like it. It's all good. He didn't like none of the prequels. But hey, to each their own. We all gonna like what we like. I just happen to be a Star Wars fanatic. I love it. It's pretty fun. You know what? Sometimes I listen. I do know why people do panels. Like for me, it's easy for me to do this. I can always tell you something. I can always tell you what I think, and I can always talk about something. It's easy for me. It's not hard for me to flow. And if somebody asks me a question, it's easy for me to respond. I can respond to anybody who has a question to ask me. Like my friend said, do a video call, ask me anything, and I don't want to because you're gonna hear I'm not gonna answer that. I'm not gonna answer that. And it's gonna be like I'm gonna because things I won't tell you. A lot of things I won't tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. Like okay, I'm gonna make a joke. And if anybody knows, I'm not opposed to dating coaches or hook up people or people that want to teach men how to get women. Not all opposed, but I do have when people say the term dating coach and you don't teach dating, I do got a problem with that because dating is taking a woman out. Dating is courtship leading to some type of relationship, be it marriage, be it monogamy, be whatever it may be, and leading to a relationship. So a lot of dudes don't teach dating because dating to me is where should I take a woman to? How much money should I spend? What should I say? And there's no guarantee on it, but that's what you should teach people how to do. So don't say you're a dating coach if you're not teaching men how to date. If you're not teaching men how to date, then you're not a dating coach. You're something else. Some people are relationship coach because you teach people how to talk. But dating, even though they use it as a generality, it doesn't make sense to me because you're not teaching dating. Dating is this. Listen, I'm gonna be a dating coach for 1 second. Don't ever date a woman that doesn't like you. So you don't ever take a woman out to figure out she likes you. You can set a date, but you better go to a coffee shop or to a park and talk. Or talk on the phone and figure out what similarities you got before you spend $1 on a woman that doesn't like you. It doesn't make sense. Like I did a video, nobody watched it. I probably had a horrible mic, but if she doesn't want to do you, why are you trying to do her? And it's double entendre. But it's like she doesn't care what you like. Why should you care what she likes? It doesn't make any sense to me. Vice versa for women. Why would you ever pursue a man that doesn't like you? I like women. So women could look great. She could be so physically attractive. I could really want to get with her. But until I have a dialogue with her, it's her personality, her thought process means so much. I don't want to waste my time with women that I'm not congruent with. And a lot of people, they're making so much money telling dudes all these stories. And you want to find more? Go to my Patreon. They're not telling you nothing that. Listen, my best advice for men who want to learn how to give a woman is start talking to women. Talk to every woman you see and find out how to start a conversation. I'm quirky, I'm weird, but I don't have a problem talking to anyone. I'll be like, excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute? Is she gonna look at me, yes or no? Maybe she like what she see, maybe she don't. What do you want to talk about? I just want your insight. I'm trying to learn. I find you attractive, but we don't got to go there. Let me see if I like you first. And now she'd be like, well, you just ask me my number. But let me see. I don't know what you're saying first. I gotta like talking to you. If I don't like talking to you, want to waste more time getting your number talking to you on the phone. You look great, but are you worth me knowing? But I can't teach that. That's not something I can teach people. I always advocate certain people that teach dating, even though I may not like the words they use. I think Alan Roger Curry's direct, like just be direct. I find you attractive. I would like to give it to you romantically. I don't know where it's going to lead. I'm not sure it's going to lead to marriage or what, but I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm not trying to get your number, hoping to be just your friend. You think that's possible? That's direct. I'm with that. And if you want to take a woman out, you should always tell her what you're looking for. If you're looking for a casual situation, say that. Looking for something that leads to marriage, say that. But to leave too much in the air without telling people is weird for me. And for me, I never want to make my channel about just teaching men how to get women or teaching people how to get money or streaming video games. I'm gonna talk about whatever I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. I want a channel. That's all I ever wanted was a channel that I talk about what I want to talk about. And I've watched videos just because I find this is how you grow. Just because, not that it matters, but people say you need to focus on one thing, but I'm not one thing. I may play No Man's Sky, then I may watch Coming to America, then I may watch The Last Kiss, then I may watch my friend's a horror fan. Like I watch horror movies for him just to give him my perspective because he makes me feel good saying he likes my perspective. But I really like science fiction. I may want to read a book. I may want to cook a steak. I may want to mukbang. I may want to take a beer and inebriate. But I'm free to do that as long as I'm not hurting other people. If people don't like what I'm saying, all you got to do is not watch me. It's cool. I got to talk about my boy Derek Williams. I love my brother Derek. Derek talk about whatever you want to talk about. I love that. Like when Felicia just talk about the news. I love it. So I like people who just talk. I go 40 Entrepreneur Drive. I share it out. People don't know. Kenya to me is so open and honest. Like her and Felicia from the same accord. Just love the Bible. Gonna talk about Christianity, and I'm never gonna hate that. Me, I'm a secular dude, but I support them for the love of Jesus. Because I love people who love something more than themselves. And when people love something, they can love humanity, and they love people. And people come first. So I want to learn. So I try to learn different perspectives, different ways of life, different beliefs, different things. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna love you, and I'm never gonna hate you. Now I may say things that's negative, but it's in no way meant to hurt you. I'm not trying to hurt people. I'm just trying to be me and be free. And so many people I've met always try to force me to be down their road path. And I'm like, I want to uplift people. I want to uplift people to think sometimes you don't have to take the negative image that's made for you to fit into a group. Like, this is my subjective opinion, and I don't know who's watching me who's not black, but this is specifically for black people. A lot of people that are black have been taught that you have to be hood or talk a certain slang to be black. And that doesn't make you less black or more black. And you use certain derogatory terms to fit into the group. I have used derogatory terms in the past, but now I choose not to because I know it can be offensive. And if I say they can't say it and I can say it, that's hypocrisy. So I just don't use it at all. And whatever word you want to use, feel free, because it doesn't bother me. I just won't use it. And if I ever have children, I'm gonna tell my children, what you do outside of me, I don't know. But with me, around me, I want you to show respect. And remember, if you find it to be disrespectful, somebody else will find it to be disrespectful. So just don't use a word that you would find disrespectful if somebody else used. So I'm like that. You know what I mean? Mars says, I'm not a ladies' man, but somehow I managed to talk to some pretty females. A few of my colleagues said that I don't act like a jerk or be a do-call smooth talker. I'm just like I like a general convo. Let me get it. I think I'm smooth. I think I'm extremely smooth, especially one-on-one. Well, my smoothness comes on. But in general, I just talk, and I let it flow. But I like to whisper in women's ears and say stuff that get them to be like, ooh, I like it. I like her to say my name. I'm joking. I do though. So it's things I can say, but I don't always, like, it depends. I'm not trying to. I don't chase. I don't. I pursue. I show interest, but I won't chase. If I walk toward a woman and she walks away, I'm not chasing you. Because if you're not stopping for me to talk to you because you know I'm coming, then it ain't worth me talking to you. Even if I want to, I'll keep it going because I got other stuff to do. That's just me. Sorry, autocorrect on my text. And don't worry, I can read it. I'm just happy that you chit chat with me, man. I feel honored because I wish I had 1,000 people talking to me. It would be so fun because I could read a person's statement and read this person's statement and read this person's statement, and it would be just like, intriguing. It would be fun, but maybe I don't live stream enough. And then I like to hop on panels. Like even right now, I feel like I want to have a back and forth with somebody. I'm joking, but not any negative thing. I just want people to express how they really feel, and with no real filter other than trying to be cognizant of anybody can listen to this. So like, if I ever had a son or a daughter or a niece or nephew, would I be ashamed for them to listen to what I'm saying? I wouldn't. Not even if I cursed, I wouldn't be ashamed because I'm saying stuff I really believe. I'm not saying stuff that I take back. And of course I take back things sometimes, I always say I'm perverted. I'm freaky. I'll say it. I like to talk about all type of stuff. Men and women getting together physically in a sexual way. I'm sorry I said it, but it's true. I think about that. So for me not to say that I'm not honest about it is cool, but I wouldn't mind because that's a real word we use. I just try to not always say it. We can be romantic and have a liaison that leads to pleasure. I can say that. So there's a lot of different ways to say things. Forgive me though. But I'm not here for people to teach people to use people. I want people to be genuine and be on the same accord. And no matter what your belief is, just be honest about it. Because no matter what, you may like steak all day. You may get sick of eating steak. So I understand that people get tired and people divorce for all type of reasons. And you got to do what's right for you. I don't know your belief system. Who am I to tell you how to be? Anyway, I said a lot. Anybody got something they want to ask me or talk about? Because I'll keep going. But if not, I'm going to relax and sit back and kick up my legs somewhere. Do all this other stuff I like to do. But I've had a lot of fun doing what I've been doing. And I'm happy that somebody gave me a thumbs up. I'm happy for it. But since I don't see anybody in the chat saying anything to me or asking me any questions, I'm going to end this because I talked long enough saying nothing. Feeling great and having a wonderful time. Just talking about nothing. What do you say? The prequels had good fights and soundtracks. Are you trying to keep me going, man? I think that the prequels was fantastic. I look at my favorite is Revenge of the Sith, but I like lots of scenes in Attack of the Clones. I like the whole following that assassin. I like Anakin just jumping out the thing. I just like that part. I like you would give up death streaks and rethink your life. I like that. I like the whole Boba's little kid. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, it was just like the excitement, boom, and just the whole thing was good. this party's over. Mace with his stiff moving self. He should have got a trainer and be a little bit quicker and sped him up or something. That's what I like about the prequels. Attack of the Clones was good. I like them. I sit back and I watch them because it was the only thing I didn't like was the love story between Padme and Anakin. They could have did it a little bit better, but I was so happy that the Clone Wars cartoon kind of expanded on it. And I like the war scenes in Attack of the Clones. But that's cool. I wish we just saw more in the movies on like the Clone Wars than we did in the cartoon, because it was good, man. It was. I wanted to see Anakin more off the hook, man. Like, they didn't show enough of Anakin being off the hook. I want to see like the original, like Lindy Tarkovsky, that's his name. And they had Anakin showing him in his space being the best. I want to see Anakin being the best fighter pilot in the galaxy. That's the only thing they never really showed, even in the Clone Wars, but it did in the original one. Anakin was off the chain when he flew. I wanted to see that. Like, you kind of saw it in Revenge of the Sith. I'm not leaving without you. Sorry about that. that was off the chain. They didn't show enough Anakin off the chain, like when he really was at the top of his game. That's what I want to see. Not enough of it, but they showed it in Glendy Tarkowski's one. It was really, really good. Really, really, really good. Woo! I said a lot. I said a lot. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else? Because I ran my mouth, man. I didn't talk for an hour, and I'm gonna do an hour and 31 minutes because I'm gonna keep going. What? Okay, you didn't you? This is off topic, but are you familiar with a video game series called Assassin's Creed? Yes, I played Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. Was it? Okay, I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Never played it because I got Stadia. Syndicate I have. I think, okay, I haven't. Okay, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is what I stopped on. I have Assassin's Creed 3. I don't have Black Flag 4. I don't have any of the other ones, and I haven't played the like. I'm telling you, I'm a geek, man. You would never know when you start talking to me, but I got all, like, I got Odyssey. I don't have Valhalla. I don't have what's the one with the pyramid? That's the Pyramid Odyssey. It's like 2. So yeah, I'm pretty familiar with. I stopped with the Enzo thing. Enzo was my dude. Enzo. So I played, Enzo. Yeah, the Enzo story. Assassin's Creed 2 was the last one I played up to completion. And yeah, I'm a gamer, man. You just don't even know. So many games I haven't played. So many games that I want to play. Man, Origins. Yeah, Origins. I haven't. Yeah, I got to. Yeah, man. It's. Whew. Yeah, it's a lot of. I like playing on the PC, man. I'm so, like, I need to get a new PC. Like, the last graphics card I bought was a 980 Ti, and I have it in my bedroom. I play on that. It's pretty good for playing on a 1080p, but because they got so much better stuff, it's just, this whole crisis happened. Now, graphics card is hard to get, and I don't want to build another PC, but I don't want to spend $3,000. I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. I'm just trying to save money and invest it and not spend and discipline myself, but I like the game. I got a Nintendo Switch. I probably would, if I could have got a PS5, I probably would have bought one, but you can't get it. It's hard to get, I don't know, man. So many games I want to play. I have never played all the BioShocks. I stopped at BioShock 2. I haven't played the last one. Are you familiar with the Fire Emblem series on Nintendo? Yeah, they got the brand new one that just came out on the Switch. I mean, the new one, the original one. Yeah, I played like Fire Emblem. I started off playing it on Game Boy. I don't remember which one. I played a couple of them, and I haven't played it on the Switch. I got a lot of games, man. Right now I was playing Axum Verge. I got a lot of games. Played the stuff out of Breath of the Wild. I got more games than anybody. Trust me, I'm just a big ass kid, dude. You don't even know. I stay with the Nintendo 3DS in my backpack, man. I'm already ready to play a game, bro. Man, when you talk about games, hit me up, man. Ask me my favorite games. I'll stream a game in a minute, just to stream and show you something. I don't know. Ooh, like Metroid. I like lots. I play out. When I talk about Dead Space, I've been playing. Elder Scrolls, Halo, Xenoblade Chronicles. I was playing that. I play games. I'm a gamer. I'm a geek, man. I'm more of a geek than people know. I like technology, man. That's what I do. I'm familiar with all type of games. Final Fantasy, I play them. I play them all. I'm playing on my NVIDIA Shield, which I think is the best device that people should buy. I haven't sideloaded anything on it, but I've been playing Final Fantasy 4 and 6. I've been flip flapping them from. I'll probably just hook it up to my Elgato and stream it so you can see me playing it. I'm joking. I don't know, man. It's kind of Final Fantasy 6 is kind of difficult. It's like the little bridges, the little dudes knock me off. I'm like in the higher levels after I beat the game. So yeah, it's a fun game to play. Whew. Okay, anything else? Anybody else? Any other questions? I did a lot of talking. You guys make me feel like I'm entertaining because you're conversing with me. Which one do you prefer, Xbox or PlayStation? Depends. I think PlayStation has better games, but I think Xbox has better support all around. So now that you can play Xbox on PC, I'm with the Xbox too. I like them both. Halo is on Xbox and Dark Souls is on PC. I like Infamous on P. I'm more likely to buy a PS5 than before I buy an Xbox, but I like Xbox. But that's the reason why, because I got a PC. But I like them both. Yeah, I think I like more PlayStation games, but I like Nintendo too. So there's room for all of them. I think my favorite series. I don't know. I like Zelda a lot. I'm a Zelda guy. I like Zelda. I'm waiting for the next Zelda. I'm waiting for Skyward Sword. I never finished playing on the Wii. I mean, somebody stole my. Truthfully, broke in and stole my shit. I want to hurt somebody. Excuse me for cursing. But yeah. Anyway, I'm done. You guys will keep dragging me out, and now I want to end it. I want to use the restroom. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Maybe I'll come back on later and we can chit chat. Got so much stuff to do, so I'm gonna relax. Thank you very much. Anybody got anything else they want to say before I go? Because I feel my stomach go. My stomach's bloop. So I'm about to go make my way to it. All right. I'm done. Because if I don't, I'll be here forever. All right.